I think it's easy to reject something new without even thinking about it. Please try not to judge until the end. Before the strategy, it's important I point out a few things I see. These protests from long ago brought about fundamental change because there were more lawful and ethical leaders than not. Now leaders just close the blinds and wait for protesters to go away. And that is why the typical way of protesting won't work right now. American democracy depends on having lawful and ethical leaders in control of the government. We don't have that any longer. Our leadership has made it clear. Thieves, liars, cheaters, and rapists are qualified to lead America. The Constitution is in a death spiral. Why? Because we have a united group of fascist leaders and fascist Americans that actively seek its demise. And leader and citizen opposition to the Constitution's end is nowhere to be seen. It is only there to be read. I don't think all of our leaders are fascists plotting for a ruthless dictatorship and a forced one-religion country. Leaders who want American democracy need a powerful political force to compel them to unite and oust the traitors. And it is up to Americans to generate that political force. To save American democracy, we have to take concrete steps. Step one is to oust the leaders who participated in the coup. They committed treason. We need the supermajority to participate, so that includes dejected people. Many Americans are in a state of utter despair. Many are lost in drug addiction, are lost because of a loved one lost in drug addiction, and there are many other causes that leave people severely depressed and barely able to function. Americans need an uplifting mechanism to come together to rally for American democracy. I introduce the Allegiance to the Constitution movement, ACM. To motivate people to rise up for the Constitution, and do so in a way never done before, we need to inspire love. We need to shun the hate, not confront it. The ACM rally. First, the mission is stated. To succeed, we need a supermajority of Americans to unite, which is tricky because the majority has been split into two opposing groups for 244 years. That is, until now. In the last few years, there's been a fundamental change. Within each group, there's been a significant split. The only way people in these three opposing groups will unite is if there is a shared threat to their own well-being. Every American's well-being is dependent on the Constitution. At this time in history, the most important opposing groups in America, both inside and outside of government, are the Constitution devoted versus the fascists. For the supermajority to come together and stay together for this mission, there must be a commitment to only one goal, ousting the traitors and nothing more. If any other topic is mentioned or appears to be included, the supermajority will split into opposing groups, and the ACM will fail. ACM participants must keep all their other political affiliations and society concerns to themselves. Why do the Constitution devote together? To oust leaders who played a role in the coup. Period. After the mission statement, it's time to share two reasons that the supermajority would agree make the American Constitution worth saving. The Constitution states all men, which evolved to all people, are endowed with human rights, including the right to pursue happiness. When full-time workers live a life full of stress, fear, and despair, simply because they struggle to pay for their basic human needs, they don't have the resources or the energy to experience happiness. To uphold the Constitution, leaders are supposed to ensure bottom-wage full-time workers do not struggle to get basic human needs, not through "you're a loser and a burden" handouts, but through wage and other legislation. To guarantee bottom-wage full-time workers do not struggle to survive, American leaders need to ensure the country's wealth is not placed into the hands of a few. Instead of doing that, leaders ensure they are one of the few. If the Constitution could speak, it would say to many past and present leaders, instead of upholding me for the benefit of all, you used me to satisfy your selfish greed. Another reason to save our Constitution, that the supermajority would agree, is our religious freedom. Americans love their rights, but too few know we each have a responsibility to keep the Constitution alive. It is time to remind them. After that, it's time to dance. Think of the Macarena. Now imagine a song with a boppin' beat, and a dance that even elders can do, with lyrics praising the Constitution, and with a chorus that tells the treasonous leaders to get out. Dancers sing along with the chorus. The umpire your out move in the dance. Envision a coordinated ACM rally across America and around the world, where singing the Get Out chorus is so loud it may be heard from space. The dance will evoke joy and release pent-up frustration. People will smile. Dancing in sync generates a feeling of being united. Feeling united is uplifting. Millions dancing in sync will generate a powerful political force. ACM facilitator focus must always be kept on the goal to bond people out of love and to shun the hate, not rehash it over and over. To succeed, the ACM must be uplifting. Imagine families at home, or friends or neighbors coming together, all smiling while learning the dance. Imagine on college campuses, student clubs uniting to create ACM rallies, and then recruiting students to practice the dance out on the campus mall. Laughter and joy filling the atmosphere. The song and dance will relieve both physical and mental stress. Dancing with a purpose frees and empowers the soul. Next is the Constitution-devoted wristband. A rally facilitator would encourage the wristband be worn when they are out and about, and encourage them to acknowledge others who wear the band by displaying their band, making eye contact, and just a nod with a smile, or a thumbs up, or say something like, "Long live the Constitution." That would cause smiles. People would go home feeling connected to others. Feeling connected is uplifting. To save our democracy, we must oust the treasonous leaders, and at the same time, we must generate a cheerful atmosphere. Imagine a treasonous leader out and about, and a Constitution devotee joyfully singing or saying the Get Out chorus to him or her. Then other Constitution devotees joyfully join in. They sing or say the chorus no more than 2 times, smile at each other, and then go about their business. There's no disruption of the social order. It's quick, easy, and personally uplifting to take action to save democracy. Witnesses would smile. Humor would be in the air, and at the same time, treasonous leaders would be rattled when it happens everywhere they go. As ACM participation grows, the rattle will be felt within our government walls. A goal is to imprint on ACM participants the importance of joyful encounters to success. An uplifting atmosphere is just as important as ousting the traitors. Both must occur to move society towards American democracy. To accomplish the Be Cheerful imprint, at the rally, live scenarios of leader encounters would be performed to amplify the difference between a hostile and a joyful experience. The rally would end with a new pledge to the Constitution. It would include, "The Constitution gives me civil rights, and I have a responsibility to keep the Constitution alive." It is important that an ACM rally be as concise as possible, because, for one reason, many lack endurance due to little physical movement. The goal is for people to leave the rally inspired, not exhausted and overloaded with information. The decent-minded people of the world are waiting for Americans to do something. The allegiance to the Constitution movement is something we can do. How does the ACM come alive? A team implements the movement. How does a team get created? Potential team members see this video and send an email to the address shown in the description on this YouTube video. I am an American nobody. I have no influence in society. My dream is a national team is quickly assembled so this video can be taken down. For the first time in the history of humankind, a democratic people will incite kindness to stop a tyrannical overthrow.